Alright, YouTube. Took me a while to get to this point. As you can see, all the tools of destruction I have down here and extensions and stuff. So motor mounts are in. I don't know if you can see or not, but I had to drop the cross member to get the new motor mounts in. The reason why is the hell I went through with these things was, if you look up here, let me get this thing to focus here. See these bolts right here? You have one bolt here that attaches on the newer motor mounts. You have one bolt here, one on the other side. And if you look up here, this is where it attaches to the turbo mount, the oil drain feed, and that's the steering rack right here, and the intermediate shaft up there that connects right there. So this bolt came out easy from up top. Took out the air box, ran down extensions, wobble extensions, and universal joints like this guy right here. Got that out from the top. The rear one was, needless to say, horrible. If you live anywhere in a state where you get a lot of snow, ice, basically bad weather in general, your bolt in the back of this one here that holds it up right back there is, mine was rusted, mine was completely seized, I couldn't get it off. So what I had to do was basically drop, sorry, I shouldn't say that, I had to drop the cross member, but I had to do this to the bolts. The rear one, let's see if I can get a better picture here. The rear one, I don't know, focus, no, whatever. The rear one was cut. You can see right here I cut. I had to cut it. I rounded the nut off. It was completely rounded. I can't focus. I don't know why this thing's not focusing right now. But, alright, anyways, there you go. The nut was rounded. I couldn't get a grip on it. Nothing I did was working. So what I had to do is obviously get new bolts right over there. Get new bolts. I had to drop my control arm. So you can see I had to drop my control arm. I took it off. I etched it underneath there so I don't have to do a horrible alignment, but whatever. I dropped it there in the caster block, and I dropped it underneath here. You can see where right where the motor mount is, where the A-arm is supposed to go. I had to drop it to release tension, and what I had to do, and what allowed me to do, is get up there. Right up there is where the motor mount is. I don't know if you can see it or not. Doubt it. But either way, I had to drop that so I could get to the motor mount and the bolt. And what that did, let's see if I can get a better picture now. There we go. There's the motor mount, and you can see the attaching turbo mount right there. I had to get in here to get enough, basically just enough room to cut the bolt out with. I didn't have my Dremel with me, so all I used was this. I just use a regular drill, put a little cutting wheel on the end of it, 1/4 inch arbor, bought 2 of these, and sat there for about 5 minutes. Cut that bolt and everything dropped, and then I was able to get the mounting. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna button up the car, get things rolling. When I did take the control arm off, one thing I did notice was where my bushings, don't know if you can see that good or not. They're shot. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Look at that. This thing's supposed to have rubber all the way around it, and it's deteriorated down to nothing. It's squished. See that? Garbage. Other one. Get a better view here. Sorry, I'm on the ground. Other one's complete garbage too. So, needless to say, 40 bucks. Get some new ones of these. They're NLA from Porsche. They don't make them anymore, but you know, other companies do. You can get 911. I believe it was 87 to 98. You could get these bushings, and all they are is they're the rear control arms on the 911 Carreras, and they match with these. No, there's a spacer, there's a steel sleeve on these here. See right in there, there's a steel sleeve. With new bushings, if you get them from Porsche or from, you know, the 911, I should say, you just clean that up inside there and put the new ones in, bolt it back up over here, and you're good to go. So that's all I'm doing. Like I said, I've pretty much done everything else in the car that I need to do right now, and just want to get it back on the road. So thanks for watching. Sorry for the long-winded explanation, but again, motor mounts are back in. I'm happy. I'm going to jack the cross member back up, run the bolts back in. The bolts here, I believe, were 62 pounds per square foot-pounds, if I remember right, and the bolts up top to hold the motor mounts in place are 17 each. So throwing a ton of anti-seize on these things, I don't have to mess with them ever again, and if I do, they're going to be easy to remove, and I'm not going to have to swear and break the car in half just to get to bolts. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and next video what I'll probably do is show the car running and see how it looks in idle, if the steering wheel's still shaking like mad, and see how smooth everything has become in the car or not, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.